And we're live. Welcome, everybody, to the Filthy Casuals podcast. This is yours truly, Cord Gamer.
And me as well, the magnificent Red J. This is the week of 2/22/2020.
Whoop, whoop. We
Look at all
finally
those
made
twos. That's a lot of them.
It's a lot of twos.
Kind of quirky, though.
2222020. That's 1, 2, 3,
really
4,
fun.
5 twos. 5 twos?
5 twos, yeah.
5 twos. You know, 5 plus 2 equals 7.
That's crazy. I had no idea that I could do basic arithmetic.
And there you go.
Yeah, and so I guess, can I kind of go over some introductory things and like some, I don't know, stuff that I just kind of want to say?
Absolutely not. No, you may not. I'm going to end the stream if you do such a thing.
You know what? That's bad. I don't want that to happen. So I'm not going to say anything.
I'm kidding. I don't care.
Okay, thank you. All right, so first little announcement thingy is that I am on a different microphone than Cord now. We're still in the same room, but my voice is going to sound different. It's going to sound very, I guess, flat almost. It's not as like boomy as that microphone that he has, but I stream on that microphone all the time. So I figured it was only fair to let him have a chance, you know, let his voice shine a little bit. Because usually it's mine. So, I don't know. But yeah.
Also because my voice is better than his, but you know.
That's debatable, honestly.
It's not debatable, it's a fact.
All right, bud. Okay. Yeah, sure. Anyways, should we move on to the we should start with the personal questions, right?
Personal question?
Personal questions time,
we have a personal question.
Personal question, yeah.
Really? What?
Yeah. It was what is something that you would like be willing to like get better at? What's something that you want to be
learn?
better at?
You want to learn?
Yeah, something that you want to learn.
Something I want to learn.
Yeah.
You know, I've always loved the guitar and music. But I was forced to learn piano. I did piano for 8 years.
Oh yeah.
So I know a lot of music theory. But as I've matured, I've realized I really want to learn the drums, like really bad. Like really bad. I want a drum set.
I can teach you that. I'm a percussionist. That's like my thing. I can do that.
I would just like love to like have a drum set, like when I'm bored, like bang out to like rock songs or something like I can't think of any things right now, like Black Dog. Love to do that, you know, or Seven Nation Army. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Fortunate Son, Seven Nation Army, something like that.
Stuff like that.
That'd be great.
Yeah, that would be fun. I can see that for you. However, I feel like you would like also destroy the drum set in the process because you're pretty beefy.
I can be light. I play piano. Dude,
yeah, that's true. That's true.
You have to be light on the keys. You have to be quick on the keys.
Yeah.
Quick on the keys, light on the keys. Sometimes you pound on them, but not often.
Not often.
All right. Yeah, so what's something you would like to learn?
Well, before I answer that, I kind of want to go into this. Like, I played piano as well. I actually did take lessons for a couple years, like maybe 2 or 3, but I didn't like it, so I went to drums instead. I need to stop looking over at Cord. It's very tempting, but with this microphone, I have to be directly in front of it in order for it to like properly capture my voice. So if my voice all of a sudden goes like, and then you can't hear me, that's why. So sorry about that. It's a force of habit.
Don't look at me.
I
know I'm
that'll
pretty.
Be easy.
Don't look at
You're
me.
You're plenty ugly. Trust me.
Then why do you keep wanting to look at me?
You know what? Good point. All right, whatever. Anyways, you ask me now. What was the? What
is something that you would like to learn?
Oh, right. Oh, duh. Of course. I forgot it because I have a goldfish for a brain. Something that honestly, recently I've seen a lot of videos online with like you said, guitars, and there's this one guitar that's really piqued my interest that looks really easy to learn and yet can like sound really good.
The electric guitar.
No.
Bass.
Stop guessing.
Acoustic.
Because you're not going to guess it. No, you're not. Because it's kind of obscure, but it also kind of makes sense.
Banjo.
No.
The 12-string guitar?
Stop. They're called cigar box guitars. They're 3-string guitars that are really simple and easy to play. And like you can... Apparently they're just like really easy, but they sound good.
Do they come with cigars?
No, they do not. Not often.
I'm not interested.
Unless you like get a cigar box and then you transform it into a guitar, then no.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about this one, mate. if I'm gonna get a cigar box guitar, I want some cigars.
I honestly just love it for the sound because you can use like almost any strings on it. You can apply like all these different effects to it, and it'll still sound pretty good. So I've been considering getting one, and they're cheap too. Like you can get them for less than $100. It's crazy, and they have good sound. Like I'm highly considering buying one just so I can try it out.
Do you have a normal guitar to know?
I sure do.
You should,
I have
Are you decent
actually
with
my dad has like I don't know 2 or 3 6-string guitars. No, he definitely has 2 electric, 1 acoustic. Or maybe it was like half acoustic, half electric. I don't remember how it worked. And then I actually have a 4-string. Yeah, 4-string, I think. Yeah, 4-string bass guitar. Thank you for the follow, by the way. I didn't even see who that was. Was it?
I am Hero Hunter. Thank you
I
very much.
can't even read your username in chat. I
can read
sorry.
it. Just let me know.
Well, DHEW, that one. I don't know what that is.
Jacob is the cool cat.
Jacob is the cool cat.
Who's Jacob? Who's that?
That's
I don't know
you.
who that is.
You silly.
Is it me?
Silly. Blah, blah,
I thought I was Cord. I'm pretty sure I was Cord.
Listen, man, the cat's out the bag now, so it's okay.
Dang.
Might as well just deal with it. That's what I did.
I'm still Cord. Oh well.
Okay, whatever.
All right.
What were we saying?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking about the 3-string guitars.
3-string guitar.
Yeah, they look really cool, and they look like they make a lot of interesting sounds, and I'm down. I'm down to learn it.
All right, so now our opinion piece for tonight. I think. Do you want to ask me this first, or do you need some more time?
Yes, I do actually, because I know exactly what mine are, but I'm curious about yours. So, Cord, what is your favorite video game soundtrack?
Such a hard choice for me.
Yeah.
Such a hard choice. It depends on my mood.
Okay.
Because there's two to three that I can think of that are kind of like I have started trying to listen to them, and it just like for gaming soundtrack, do you mean how they fit in the game, or of like what's the best one that you can listen to outside of the game?
Something that you can turn on just any time of day, no matter what, and you will be happy.
That boils it down to 2. That knocks out one of my competitors.
Okay.
It would have to be between. Would we have to play the game to enjoy the soundtrack?
No, actually.
Oh, okay. It is between Halo 2 and Halo 3 for me. Halo 2 and Halo 3 soundtrack.
Okay. Can you pick one? Because that's kind of what I'm in between 2 as well, and I've already picked my one.
Oh, they're both so good yet so different.
Also, I just want to point out in chat, they predicted that you would say Halo. Look at that, Halo, big words.
I'm pretty sure that man has some inside information.
Oh, I'm sure. So pick one then. Pick one.
I'm going to have to go with Halo 2. Only because it has a little bit more diversity, and I've not played the game, and I really want to play the game, but there is some really awesome like rock songs that are a part of it that are very orchestral, like it's like rock, like there's some Breaking Benjamin in it. There's like a lot of really cool things they do with the Halo, and they kind of mash it with Halo and rock. It's an awesome mix-up.
I don't think I've ever listened to those soundtracks, like not all the way through at least.
They're really good.
I'm sure they are.
But if I'm wanting to study, Halo 3 is the best for studying. Okay, I definitely did that. Listen to the whole like 3 hours of it or 2 hours of it. It's great for studying.
Mine would probably have to be either Jet Set Radio or Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Unpopular opinion, but Skyward Sword, while it is like it's one of the more hated Zelda games, and I don't get why. I freaking love that game. It's awesome. And nobody can convince me otherwise. I'm very biased, okay? But the soundtrack is so beautiful, and it's got like you can tell what's the guy's name? I think his name is Groose is his name, but he's this really goofy kind of like mean bully character. But his whole character is just kind of, I don't know, he's bubbly and he's goofy and he's fun. And his sound you can hear it in his song, like his little theme that he has. It's just so iconic, and like you can tell kind of who the characters are just by listening to the music. It's very interesting. and I love how complex it is. And I was between that and Jet Set Radio. So, but I'm gonna have to say that Jet Set Radio takes the cake, just because I'm into that kind of style of music more. It's more chaotic, but I don't know. It's just so characteristic. It's very unique. It's not like anything I've ever really heard before, and I don't know. And I've never even played Jet Set Radio, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. I've listened to the soundtrack, and it's amazing. I love it.
I want to touch on Wolfpack's comment, who said Doom would be his favorite in his opinion. Okay, the thing is that we specified that outside the game. Inside, if we were to choose like an inside game soundtrack,
definitely Doom.
Absolutely Doom.
Yeah.
But yeah. I personally tried to listen to the Doom soundtrack outside of it, and it does not work at all. It honestly sucks. I was so disappointed because the Doom soundtrack was designed to ebb and flow with the game. It doesn't work as a coherent piece. It's not one coherent piece. It's like just little segments of, this is what happens when your character is not doing anything. This is what happens when the action is really intense. So it fits really well with the chaotic style of Doom, but it doesn't fit as something as I'm going to listen to on the car radio when I'm driving home from school.
You listen to it in the car and you just end up like speeding like automatically. You're just not thinking.
No, it wasn't speed. Like, no, it was so boring.
Oh, it was boring?
The actual soundtrack, It was so boring. It was like just, most of it was just like the calm, cool section. And I was really disappointed. I listened to it for like a solid 30 minutes and I was just not entertained at all.
I'll tell you what, if you like the Doom soundtrack, I would say check out Scythe Lord. It's like this artist / album kind of, or a band, sorry. And I've mentioned them before on my stream, but it's this YouTuber / streamer named Vargskeletor Joel. He's probably my all-time favorite content creator. Like, not even kidding. He's definitely up there in my favorites. I love him, and it's a really good metal album. I like it a lot. Also, to address chat, I am Hero Hunter 2. I'm using the new mic. Cord is on the old mic. Well, not old mic, but, you know. He's on the mic that sounds more boomier. I'm going to sound more like I'm on a radio show. I don't know. Basically, the difference is I'm using a dynamic mic. He's using a compressor. I forgot what the word is. It's a something else mic, one that you have to power. Also, I'm going to read chat now. Wolfpack says, Doom fits so well. EMI works in some situations. Straight face, full blast EMI, I think. Hold on. E1M1. Sorry, I couldn't read because chat's a little bit far away from my face. I don't know what that means. What does E1M1
I'm not sure. It's probably some sort of game. I feel like it's like a survival game. I'm not. I don't know much.
I don't know.
I don't know. I might be thinking of something else.
Should we move on to news now?
News. So the way that it's gonna work, way it's gonna work tonight is we have a lot of generic stuff, and then we have a lot of specific stuff. And so we're gonna touch on the more generic stuff, and then we'll get more into the specific nitty gritty stuff. This podcast is, we're gonna try and shoot for at least an hour and a half on the podcast.
Yeah,
because if we missed last week's podcast, and a lot of things came up, especially in some certain topics. So we're gonna try and shoot for at least an hour and a half, maybe two, hopefully two. We'll see how long this content lasts.
Yeah, because like we tried to cover a little bit of like not like last week, but we mainly focused on this week. I tried to scroll in some of the websites of last week's stuff. There wasn't much, and it was all just compounded. There's a lot of stuff that happened this week, especially. Yeah.
But I think I'm gonna get this
week has been insane.
It was insane.
There's a lot, but we're aiming for a longer podcast just because we feel bad for missing last week, and if we run out of stuff to talk about, then we're just gonna talk back and forth. Yeah, we're just gonna have a little bit of chat.
Just chatting. Random podcast.
Just chatting. This section we stream under. Okay. And Wolfpack is confirming E1M1 is actually the first song in the Doom album.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. Makes sense. Okay. So
I thought it was
I'm gonna get rid of interesting little topic I picked up on, but it's the most random and most out of sorts of our collection of topics tonight. And it seems that we just cannot keep anybody dead these days. Rumors say that the famous Marvel actor Robert Downey Jr. is already talking with Marvel about coming back, but his price is too steep for now that Marvel is willing to pay. He only made $500,000 for the first Iron Man, but he went on to make 150 million for Endgame alone. So he's probably asking more than ever.
That's insanity.
It is insane that man made 150 million on one movie.
150
million.
That's crazy.
So I'm conflicted on this, honestly.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved Iron Man. He would probably be one of my... It's between him and Captain America for my favorite two Marvel superheroes, honestly. Because I just love Captain America's character, but I love Robert Downey Jr. Or not Robert Downey Jr. Tony Stark's sarcastic... I feel like he's like the ultimate impersonation of me. If like I was a complete jerk, what I would be.
Yeah. Sounds about right for you.
Yeah, and so I really like both of those characters. But I love the concluding finale they both got in Endgame. I feel like their character arcs were perfected and done so well. And so I would love to see more Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, but I don't want Endgame's masterful work to be tarnished
because it was a really good ending.
It was better than I could have ever asked for. Like I've enjoyed watching Endgame over like again a couple times and going, oh, they were foreshadowing that.
Yeah.
There's so many little things like you don't pick up on unless you've seen it first, and you go, wow, it was just so masterful of how they ended it in so many different ways. But we're not here to talk about Endgame. I won't get into that. I won't get into my Endgame spiel.
Yeah, I hope if they bring him back, it's only for like what's the word? Like a backstory kind of thing. Like not a continuation of his story.
I feel like I don't know. We'll see. There's not much backstory you can do.
Yeah, I know there's not much, but
you can't really do backstory. You can't do backstory because like his whole backstory is Iron Man 1, and then everything after that is every single other Marvel movie that's come out.
Maybe they could show his like. No, they couldn't. Frick. Yeah, no, it's just kind of.
Like I'm just like I would love more Robert Downey Jr., but I feel like it would tarnish Endgame's piece of work.
Like it would
of cinematic history.
All right. I'll take the next topic. Actually, it's this one. By the way, yeah. You skipped over that one all the way at the top.
This was your unique one.
This was my unique
one. You didn't touch it.
What do you mean? I didn't touch it.
You didn't give any. You didn't prepare any helpful notes.
Okay, well maybe I didn't write any notes for it, but that doesn't mean that I don't know what's going on.
I don't know what's
Basically, excuse you. This is my topic. I don't have to know what's going on.
Go off then. Pop off.
Pop off, sister. All right. Basically, Apple was fined for $27 million because they started throttling their old iPhones without telling their users.
What do you mean throttling?
Okay, so throttling is like lowering the performance of a device, basically. So what happens with older iPhones, and I'm sure a lot of people that have iPhones have noticed this, that are older. So like, take for example, my iPhone 6S, which I actually had to get a new phone, like I think a couple months ago, actually. So not too long ago, but I still miss my old phone, I'm not going to lie, because it had a headphone jack. Yes, it is still a selling point for me, by the way. I hate my new phone that I can't use a like microphone and also have headphones or charge and listen to music. So personal spiel there, but whatever. This was a French case. Yeah, French case. This was a French case. I don't know why only in France has this actually like gone through. I'm kind of amazed because America is more of like where Apple, I guess, gets more money. I think. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not positive. But more on the throttling. Basically, as your phone gets older, the battery starts to deteriorate a little bit. And like what they did is as the battery deteriorates, they like kind of make the phone perform less well in order to, I don't know how to describe it because I don't really know what their goal was with lowering the performance. It's very strange, like, but they don't tell you. So that's why this I don't know what this case, I guess would be the word, but that's why this case is going through, is because they don't tell you that they're like decreasing the phone's performance, blah blah blah. Sorry. So yeah, that's just kind of interesting how it's taken them so long to realize too, because this has been a thing that Apple's been doing pretty much since day one of the iPhone.
Oof.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't know why it's only happening now. But yeah, they tried to like get out of it, and they were like, "Oh, but we put in a battery health feature," but that doesn't help you. Like, even if you enable the battery health or like the conserve battery or whatever, it would still throttle performance just because the battery's getting. Oh, so sorry, I hit the mic. Oh my gosh. It would still like, just because the battery's getting old, it's just performing worse. And blah blah blah. I'm going off too long on this, and we just need to be off this topic because blah, blah, blah,
we're
blah.
Done.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. Okay, done. Sorry.
Yeah. All right, moving on to our random gaming facts section for this week. We had a couple interesting ones. First one is a community server for League of Legends player base was conducted.
No, not a server, a survey.
Survey.
Yeah, survey.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Survey. Community run survey was done, and it was revealed that 79% of players have claimed that they've been harassed after a match has ended.
Yeah.
79%. This includes like multiple friend requests, spamming of DMs, and it's just a lot of crazy and mean racial slurs, all that jazz.
Yeah, I can attest to this actually, because when I tried to get into League, oh my gosh, it was so bad. I mean, it was like nearly like every third game, you would just get somebody that would be so mad at you for playing bad. Meanwhile, I just don't know how to play the game, and the community really expects you to already know how to play before going in, which doesn't make sense, but they're not very accepting of noobs, which is just, I don't know how the game is still popular, honestly, at that point. It's crazy to me.
That's interesting.
And 79 is really high.
I know, like,
that's insane.
I've played Siege for a long time. Siege is known as can be a toxic game, and I don't think I've ever once been harassed after a game has been over. I've been harassed during a game. Like, that's expected of all games, but not after a game. That to me is just crazy.
Yeah.
After a game. Like, it bothers people that much in League of Legends.
I think I've been harassed like after a game of Siege. Like maybe once or twice, maybe. Even if I have, it wasn't very memorable, clearly, because I can't even remember it exactly. But definitely once, maybe twice. You should see what my friends do. I know what your friends do. That's from Wolfpack in chat. I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
On to the next topic. Can I have it? I want to do it because you did the last one.
Sure.
It's mine now. Basically, no?
Yes. Maybe.
Okay, there we go.
Absolutely not.
Okay, so basically what happened was Dota 2 accounts are getting banned left and right. About 40,000 accounts were banned for smurfing last week.
Yep.
Which isn't, that's a lot.
Valve is cracking down in at least Dota 2 for their smurf
Omega
accounts.
lol, Dota 2.
Who still plays that?
Nobody likes Dota 2.
I remember when I was trying to research, I was starting to research video games on Wikipedia because that was the only thing I could use. I kept reading things on Dota 2.
Really?
Yeah, I have no interest to play
That was
it, though.
Wikipedia's go-to?
Yeah, it was.
That's kind of yucky. I'm not going to lie.
Well, it was like the one game that made the most money in esports. So I was like, oh, what's this game? At the time. This was like quite a few years ago when esports weren't as big as they are now.
Yeah, because I feel like it's definitely Overwatch or Fortnite now, right?
Probably Fortnite at this point.
Yeah.
This is like 5 years ago. Before,
okay.
Like, this is like right when Overwatch came out. Fortnite was just maybe not even came out yet, not even dreamt of yet.
Yeah.
But yeah. It's a long time ago.
Gross.
But yeah.
Oh, man.
But do you think Smurf accounts should be banned?
Honestly, I don't know. Because I've actually thought about this before. But the way that I look at it is Smurf accounts in, like, let's say Rainbow Six Siege, where you have to pay for a new account. I wouldn't be banning them as often.
Would you ban them? Why would you ban them, though?
Why would I ban them?
If you were not to ban them as often, why would you ban them in the first place?
Actually, I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. See, here's the difference for me. If it's a free game and they're smurfing, right, then I wouldn't really care too much.
I wouldn't ban them because it's a free game. Like, of course that's going to happen, and you can't completely eliminate it. But if it's Rainbow Six Siege, where you have to like pay, right? You should expect some sort of quality, and so you're like, oh, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this. I'm sorry.
So my problem is there's no real easy way to go, this dude's a Smurf.
Yeah.
Because like there's people that just really suck at games.
Yes. And then there's people
that like
excel.
But like there could be that one random dude who just never played Rainbow Six Siege before,
but he came from CS and has incredible aim.
Right, and so he starts playing and it goes up banned for Smurf account.
Yep.
Or maybe someone who comes from like console and moves to a different platform, so like PS4 or PlayStation is just really good. Is he just going to be banned? There's no real credible way to go, this is a Smurf account.
Yeah.
And besides, even if there is a Smurf account, if you like have the email or the like you've bought the game and you want to create a Smurf account, and like, so what? Like, I'm sorry for you new players, but still though, like, it'll make you better, and eventually that one Smurf account isn't going to stick around in that lower tier forever. He'll eventually move on to the higher tier if he is a Smurf account. He's playing well.
Honestly, I feel like Smurf accounts are kind of a double-edged sword, because on the one side you have like this really good player and he's playing with all the really bad people, and like, you know, of course he's gonna just clean everybody. But on the other end of the blade, it's like kind of training the newer people. Like, it gives them a challenge, it gives them something to work towards. You see what I'm saying, kind of?
Yeah, but yeah. I don't think banning or Smurfs should be banned, because eventually the Smurf account will rise to the level it should be.
Yeah.
If it's a true Smurf.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
All right, so attention, free game alert.
Oh, baby.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is now free on the Epic Games Store for this week. I think, yes, for this week.
This week?
For this week.
Just this week, then.
It's an Epic game on Epic Games, not so Epic Store.
The not so Epic Store.
Not
Wait,
so
what?
Epic Store. Epic. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Epic Games.
Oh, that's just an opinion thing.
It's not Epic, though.
You know what? Honestly, Epic Games, while I mean, clearly their big thing is Fortnite, and I don't really like Fortnite, but what they've done for the industry, I got mad respect for Epic Games. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean? What have they done for the industry?
Like normalizing video games, like having like freaking Thor playing Fortnite in Avengers Endgame. It's like you wouldn't have seen anything like that with like COD a couple years ago. Like, if it was even like, let's say in 2018, you would never see like characters playing Call of Duty or Overwatch on like a movie. And yet Fortnite rose to such popularity and was such a huge presence. There we go. Got it. That it was in Avengers Endgame, and it kind of like normalized video games and competitive video games as well, because people used to look at competitive players and they would see, oh, these like sweaty, nacho eating, disgusting humans, and now they're starting to get a little more respect. They're starting to be viewed as like actual athletes, which I mad respect.
Definitely. Okay, so I don't have this. My gripe isn't against Epic Games in itself. What they've done with Fortnite is amazing. However, my gripe is against Epic Games Store.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, what they've done with Fortnite is whatever. And by the way, your kind of point's a little invalid, because like Ready Player One, you know, remember that movie that was like video games? It was a huge.
Was it? Were there specific like video games in that movie though?
Yes,
there were. Okay, I never saw it.
There were many different, like, it was very like from 80s games to like. You saw Halo people, even Tracer was in it for like a split second.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there was a lot of pop culture references in that movie.
See, that's the thing. With a lot of older games, those get into media, but not like newer stuff. And I don't know why, until recently, of course. I don't know why that was. I guess, I don't know.
Well, because like
society hates games.
Well, like 80s and 90s is like the pure time of gaming, where like everyone enjoyed it. There was no controversy.
And it was part of the aesthetic.
Yeah,
it's just kind of the style.
It was a part of the style. Like you can't really get into an argument of whether Atari is a good, or not Atari, but like Pac-Man's a good game or not.
Yeah, because
it's a good game.
They'll just be
It's
like, yeah, it's a good game because it was all that there was.
It's a good game. Like, or even to this day, people still play Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Like, it's a good game. Like, you can't argue with that.
It's solid, yeah.
It's a solid game for what it is. Now, you
yeah.
can't argue with, like, many other games. So it's like kind of like one of those things where, like, hey, we can reference this and it not be so argumentative.
Like, wait, name an example. I'm confused.
Halo 5.
Oh, I see.
Halo 2, even. There's even arguing over that game's good or not, or its quality.
Yeah.
Even Halo, even the original Halo. Like people can have opinions on it. Like, you're never going to see a YouTube video as, is Pac-Man good? Is Pac-Man bad? Why is Pac-Man so bad? Like, you're not going to see that.
You're going to see why is Pac-Man so good and why is Pac-Man so revolutionary.
Right. You know, so, like, and like that's practically with almost any 80s game.
Have you actually seen the video
except
of the
maybe
dude?
the ET game? Everyone hated the
Calm
ET
down.
game.
Yeah, the
Sorry.
ET game. Well, the ET game was kind of cursed in a way because they like tried to dispose of all the copies of the game, and then somebody dug them up after they tried to bury them or something. It's got a creepy backstory. Yeah,
The game sucks, anyways.
it does.
It
It's
does.
bad. Yeah, that's why
Other
they
than
buried
that-
them because it was
Other
so
than that,
bad.
there's very few other classic 80s games that you can argue
Yeah.
and have huge discussions about.
Anyway, back to what I was about to say earlier. Have you seen the video of the dude who like worships Pac-Man? It's insane. He goes into this like arcade or whatever, and he like gets the quarters, and he's like, or no, he goes to the cashier with like $1, and he's like, "May I please have change to give to the great yellow one?" or whatever.
That is.
It's really weird.
I hope that
It's
is
very
not
scary.
real. I hope that's just a
Oh
parody.
no,
I hope it's a parody.
you mean you
Like-
hope they were doing it for a bit, or like they were acting?
Yeah, like it was like a skit.
Yeah.
Please be
I
a
don't-
skit.
I don't know, honestly, because he was taking it
Goodness.
kind of seriously. But that's a fun video. Just Google like Pac-Man worshiper or something like that. It's funny.
Okay, on to our next heading: upcoming / new games.
You skip.
I purposely.
Okay.
Purposely. Yes.
Okay.
That one's a little out of. That's another topic.
Oh,
Misplaced
okay.
that one. Upcoming and new
Brr.
games. Thank you for interrupting me and ruining my
I'm
little
so
role
sorry.
here. Upcoming and new games. The Division 2's first huge DLC is coming out. It's the first major story-based DLC for the game to come out since it came out a year ago, 2 years ago. It comes out March 3rd. It's going to be set in New York. It is supposed to tie loose ends from the first game and the second game.
Oh.
The base version of Division 2 is also $3 at the moment. So
Oh.
I'm kind of considering getting it just to get it, and so I can say, hey, I tried it.
Division
'Cause-
2.
yeah.
Okay, Division 2 seems worth it because Division 1 was.
I heard the Division 1 was bad. Division
was
2 is
bad.
a little better.
Yeah.
So kind of might get it out, try it. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
You know? It's only $3. Like I can
You can do that.
excuse $3 for a
Yeah.
game,
Yeah.
for a AAA game like that.
Excuse me. I'll take the next one.
Uh-oh.
Basically, Ghost Games, the head designer of the Need for Speed games for like the past 7 years, and like helping to produce
They helped
Rivals.
produce Rivals, the Need for Speed remake, and the most recent Need for Speed Heat.
Need for Speed Heat, baby, which I never played, but I watched a friend play, and oh my gosh, I want a copy for myself. But there's just too many other games that I want to be playing right now.
Anyways,
so whatever.
Yes, this Ghost
But
Games.
let me talk. I chose
I'm
this
helping you.
topic.
I'm helping
Excuse
you.
me.
Get you
No,
back on
I don't
topic.
want your. I do not want your help.
Too bad. That's what I'm here. We're co-hosts.
Nope.
Yes.
Nope.
Yep.
Nope.
It's happening.
Nope.
It just did.
Nope.
It already happened.
Anyways,
too
Ghost
late.
Games is being removed from the Need for Speed franchise and being rebranded as EA Gothenburg, which makes me sad because I liked Ghost Games. And Criterion, the design company responsible for the third game in the Need for Speed series, Hot Pursuit, and they did Need for Speed Most Wanted, the remake, and the Burnout series, and they're taking control of it again. They're grabbing hold of the wheel, one could say even. And honestly, between Ghost Games and Criterion, I'm very split because I loved Ghost Games Need for Speed 2015, the remake that they did, but I also love the Burnout series like a lot. Those games are so much fun. But I'm sad to see Ghost Games go.
I've not played a ton in the Need for Speed games. I feel like I played the second one, maybe. I can't remember what it was called. I definitely played the Most Wanted remake. I definitely enjoyed that game. I remember playing that one. But you know, it doesn't really. I don't really have an opinion on it because I'm not a huge fan of the Need for Speed games. But it's an interesting fact.
I'm curious who did Need for Speed Underground 2.
Underground. I played Need for Speed Underground.
That's what it was? Was that
that's,
Criterion or was that Ghost
I have
Games?
no idea. It might have been a different one.
Can you Google it real quick? Because I'm really curious. Because I like that design team as well. Because Need for Speed Underground 2 was pretty freaking crazy. Most Wanted was great. Yeah, it was. Most Wanted was really good. But so was Underground 2, especially the soundtrack for Underground 2. I had to think about that one as well when I was thinking of favorite OSTs.
It was just Electronic Arts, EA Black Box, Pocketeers.
Black Box.
Black Box? I don't know.
Okay.
There you go.
So, interesting.
Maybe it was Underground 2. I think I played Underground 2. Now I'm looking at the cover. I don't remember.
Yeah, it was a good game. It was a very good game.
Was there a first Underground?
Was there a first Underground? Yes, there was.
There was a
There's also a Game Boy Advance version of Need for Speed Underground 2, which is very okay. It's actually, I mean, I wouldn't put it up to par with the actual like PlayStation versions of the game, but it's playable. So that's interesting. Just a little fun fact if y'all wanted to know.
Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted. Although I never got to play the online version, the single player was so much fun. I remember wanting to do the online. I just never was able to.
I don't think I've really ever played online for Need for Speed games.
Well, the Most Wanted game, at least the remake, it was kind of designed for fun, competitive online stuff because it was like it was super like cops versus bad guys or whatever, or like cop versus racer, and like each had different objects or tools that you each could use.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
It was fun.
Okay.
I remember doing some of the single player, even though I sucked at it really bad. I can't do. I'm not good at racing games. I'm not that good at racing games. Other than Mario Kart, I'll beat anyone in Mario Kart, but not like normal racing games.
I'll take the next one, and that is a pretty big announcement actually. Half-Life Alyx, the release date was put out to earlier this week, and it will be March 23rd.
Valve is living up to its promise of no delays.
Yeah, baby. I'm excited, especially because I've been playing a lot of Half-Life and Half-Life 2. Like, I just finished Half-Life 1 earlier this week, which was very, like, I don't know. The ending I didn't really like. It was just kind of bleh, and I didn't understand it. But Half-Life 2, I have been loving. I mean, it's so much fun. It's really interesting. I love it a lot. But I'm excited for Alyx, and I'm thinking I'm probably going to play it. I'm probably going to do that.
See, the thing, like, I understand why they're doing it, but I absolutely hate that it's a VR-only game. Absolutely hate it. I hate that it's VR-only. Because that cuts off the player base so much, and because it's so graphically demanding. Have you even checked to see if your PC will be able to run it?
I have not.
Because I know that, like, I remember reading even a couple months ago before we started the podcast that like it's gonna be super high demanding that most people won't be able to run.
Actually, you know what? I think I did check, and I don't think I can. But I'm still gonna try my darndest because oh my gosh, I want to play the new Half-Life.
You should probably make sure before you drop $60 on that one.
That's true. But I mean, it's whatever. Honestly. Also, I am Hero Hunter 2 in chat just says Iron Man VR is coming out on May 15th.
Who cares about that?
What do you mean? Who cares about that? That'll be so cool.
I've not heard anything about it.
I've not heard anything about it either.
I'm a little,
but I don't know. I don't know, bro. But that sounds like fun. I love that more VR games are coming out, and especially like bigger ones.
Which is why I think Valve is doing the Half-Life game in VR to make people buy VR sets because Half-Life is such a prominent IP for them.
Yeah, and they Valve put out the Index, which is their VR headset. Yeah, and it has finger tracking as well, or like not. Well, I guess it is finger tracking. Yeah, so it's very advanced stuff. You do need a really powerful PC to do it, but I know why they're doing it. It's because for the last two Half-Life games, like Half-Life 1 and Half-Life 2, they were pushing industry boundaries. So I think that's what they're trying to do again. They're trying to push boundaries, and they're trying to stick out, and they're trying to be unique. And you know what? Honestly, I can respect it, and I can appreciate it. Do I think it's a good move? I think so, actually.
We'll see.
But I think it's a good direction to go, but I don't... I fear for the player base.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be one of those games to where, like, it's gonna like spike in sales in like a decade when
Yes,
the VR
yes.
technology of today becomes outdated and we're like running like full body suits of like Ready Player One stuff. Then everyone's gonna go back. Oh yeah, let's go play Half-Life. That game we never able to play.
Gosh,
remember
I
10
wish.
years we only had that PC that was like could only do like 256 gigabytes or something. I don't know.
Dude, I live for those days. Oh my gosh, man, that would be so much fun.
All right, I'm gonna take this next one.
Okay, I wanted to talk more, but
oh, you did?
Yeah, just a little bit.
Too late.
Okay,
I've cut you off.
Fine then, go ahead.
Snip. All right, so I've not heard much about this game before this week, but after 4 long years of troubled development, Wolken, the French Diablo-like RPG, came out of early access on February 13th. Now, before coming out of early access, this game had a positive review rate of 91% on Steam. However, the early access... What?
Respectable.
Very respectable. Very high for an early access game. However, the early access game is not what gamers got when it officially came out. As of today, the game has and is experiencing game crashing, bugs, server issues, a lack of polish, and an economy that is easy to take advantage of. Which is really unfortunate because it seemed like this game was going to be big. In fact, it was like top 10 on Steam for a couple days this week.
Yeah, I noticed it.
It like kind of just like crashed down to the ground.
It was getting big.
Bugs.
It was getting respectable and pretty big, and then all of a sudden it was just like, oh, they're having issues. I think the specific issues were like people would sign in. It was offline versus online mode, and whenever they would go into the offline mode, their saves wouldn't carry over into the online mode, so all their progress that they made offline would not be carried into the servers.
There's a lot of different problems. There's like also like an end game glitching bug where like someone could like get unlimited gold practically. So I guess it just emphasizes that
games need polish, man.
You not just polish because it was going to be a good game, but you need to test the actual product before release it, because
you gotta check them servers, bruh.
You gotta check. Like, I mean, it's possible that they could have just been something really bad and they just accidentally missed, but you gotta make sure. There's way too many AAA games that are having this problem of being released, and then huge game-breaking bugs are released with it, and then it's like months before it's playable.
Especially, I feel like they should have seen the economy being messed up. Like they should have seen that coming.
Definitely.
I feel like they should have seen that it was easy to like exploit and all that stuff. I keep turning away from the mic because I'm trying to look at Cord and make sure that he's turning toward his mic. I'm so sorry.
You can hear my audio. I'm talking.
I can't hear your audio. I turn off the audio monitoring so it doesn't distract me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry about. Okay, then don't worry about. People can hear me.
Look, I'm putting my trust in you. You better not turn away from that microphone unless you're like not talking.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We got this. Anyways, GTA 4 is returning to Steam on March 19th, but it's going to be without multiplayer, and some in-game radio stations will also not work.
That's sad. I hate that. Because while GTA 4 was not as popular as GTA 5, it was a big deal. It was a big deal, and so was the online play. But to see it go, it kind of hurts. It's kind of sad.
I thought you said you've never played a GTA game.
I have not played a GTA game, but that does not mean that I haven't watched GTA games. I definitely watched a lot of like YouTubers play GTA 5 and GTA 4. And GTA 4, it's more goofy with mods. Like, it's definitely more, I don't know. Yeah, the mods. Dutch and Baked in chat says GTA 4 has
multiplayer
MP mod like any other GTA. More mods than any other GTA.
No, multiplayer mods.
Oh, multiplayer mods like any other GTA. I mean, I don't know. It also just has more mods overall, I would think.
Maybe. I don't know. GTA 5
I don't remember.
Gained super superiority, so I'd be surprised on that.
Yeah, it has. But like, I don't know. GTA 4, it's sad to see it go because it was a pretty big deal.
What do you mean it's sad to see it go?
Because it was
coming back to Steam.
It was like the first like really big GTA game, but
Vice City.
You're right. You're right. Fine. I'll give you that one. But to see the multiplayer go, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I really just realized that
It's a bittersweet return.
It's still coming back.
It's a bittersweet
It's just
return.
the multiplayer is gone.
Yeah.
Bittersweet return.
Bittersweet return.
And the radio stations I'm sad about because
I really don't know much about the radio stations, but
it's a nostalgia kind of thing.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
so if like you grew up listening to these songs on GTA 4 and now you come back to the game in 2020 and all the songs are gone, and it's like, that stinks.
All right. So it was next announcement for Ubisoft. It was caught earlier this week that Ubisoft is hiring for different positions for a new VR game that has not been announced.
They have not told us what this VR game is.
But they did say it's one of their biggest IPs or intellectual properties. So it could be Assassin's Creed, Splinter Cell, Far Cry, The Division, or Rainbow Six.
I would absolutely love to see an Assassin's Creed VR game. That would be so cool.
For me,
I love that.
I feel like it's probably in between Assassin's Creed or Splinter Cell because
Yeah.
I feel like Far Cry is one of their other unannounced IPs that are coming out.
Yeah.
The Division 2 is getting that huge DLC, so I don't think Division's getting anything new. Rainbow Six, we're getting Quarantine sometime this year. I don't remember when.
Yeah.
I don't remember if there's an announcement on that yet.
I don't know what they would do with VR in Rainbow Six, so it's definitely not that.
Rainbow Six is trying to be way too competitive to be VR.
Yeah.
I feel like it would be Assassin's Creed or Splinter Cell.
Yeah. I would be very interested if they brought Splinter Cell back.
I would love to see like a remake of like an older Assassin's Creed, like one of the originals in VR.
Maybe.
Not do any of this Roman or Greek stuff, but like go back to like when it was like in the was it medieval times? Like
I really don't remember.
The Inquisition or whatever.
Spanish Inquisition?
Was it? I don't remember.
I don't know
any of the original, but I just know the originals are way better than the newer ones.
Interesting. Oh yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Far Cry though. I'm gonna be completely honest. If there was a Far Cry VR game, I would not be surprised. In fact, I think one of them already does have a VR mode, or maybe it's a mod. I don't remember, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. Basically.
Wolfpack, the Siege VR would be like Pavlov. The difference with Pavlov, because Pavlov versus CS:GO is a very simple game. Its mechanics are very simple but are very profound. There's many things you can do with the mechanics, but the mechanics in themselves are simple. You have like your primary, your secondary, grenade. Like that's about it. You can't even aim down sights.
Yeah,
Siege's
I would say
mechanics is so like the mechanics are so complex. It would be hard to put that in a VR game. Like that is like think about it. Like you have like maybe like 8 different primary weapons, 6 different pistols you can choose and you buy from.
I could see it happen. But
like
here's the thing.
They would have to add in different character models for every different character you choose.
No, they wouldn't.
Yes, they would.
No, they can just use the old character models and then just rig them for VR.
I know.
You've never worked on 3D models.
No. I know that. I'm not saying they have to create new ones for it, but anytime you'd load in, like VR has a hard enough time with loading its things as simple as it is. You'd have to add in like different character models for every round.
Yeah, but that's been done before. Like VR chat rooms with over 6 people or over that would be 10 people. Yeah, those exist. Like we can definitely do that with the technology that we have.
But like that's possible. You have game changing things like Sledgehammer. Like you don't have as much environmental damage. Like your environment isn't changing that much in VR chat. To where like think about it. Like if Sledge is slinging his hammer while someone is hitting a barricade, while Thermite is popping off one of his explosion thingies on a reinforced wall. Like there's a lot of things. Rainbow Six Siege is way too changeable in its dynamics to be put in a VR game.
See, the thing is, you say that, but recently there was a game out for VR called something Bones. Oh gosh, I literally just had it in my head. I don't remember, but it was a physics engine, and while it was one player, the game runs pretty smooth. And there is like kind of stuff like that where you can like break down walls with like a sledgehammer and stuff like that.
That's one.
But the only thing, like I can see what you're saying is if like multiple things go off at once, like if there's a thermite charge that goes off at the same time as a sledge hits a wall, at the same time as somebody is shooting, that would probably overload the game. But I mean,
Rainbow Six Siege is way too complicated in its map design and the way the game works with its normal physics.
Maybe there would be like a simplified version, but I really don't know.
Wouldn't it be Rainbow Six? It wouldn't be Rainbow Six as we know it today.
That's true. Maybe they would just like add a different simplified map or something.
One map.
I don't know why we're still talking about this because it's definitely not going to happen.
It's not happening.
Also, thank you Wolfpack in chat for telling me it is Boneworks.
So yes, it's probably going to be Assassin's Creed, maybe Splinter Cell. It's probably one of those two. I hope it's Assassin's Creed. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so interesting computer fact that came out this week. The age-old myth about Macs never getting infected is now busted.
Hey!
In 2019, there were double the amount of Mac threats and then Windows threats. It's important. Now, some of you might be a little surprised by this, and it's the reason why Macs have always been advertised as more secure is because hackers are going to go after the most popular operating system, okay? Macs were never really secure. They were just rarely the target because over the years, Windows dominated the market. Like Windows was probably about like 75% of the market, and Macs maybe like 25. So what are you going to do? You're going to attack a 25% base or a 75% base?
Yeah.
But as Macs have taken more of the computer market over, they have been started to be targeted more because they've become really engaged.
Yeah.
Or not engaged, but they've become a huger part of the market.
They've become more popular. There you go. Yeah, honestly, I could have seen it coming. They should have seen it coming.
Get your adware, folks.
Yeah.
Or not your adware, but
don't.
Get your
just
anti-malware.
Be smart.
Anti-malware.
No, just be smart about things. Don't download random stuff on the internet. Like I've never on this computer that I'm running right now and that I've had for I think 2 or 3-ish years, I've not had a single piece of like ad blocker or like malware protection. I just don't download sketchy stuff on the internet. It's pretty simple. Like I haven't had anything go wrong, really. I mean, I can recall one, well, no, not even then. There was just one technical error with some software from MSI because apparently their Dragon Center, as they call it, which is basically a way to like control a bunch of your internals, something messed up with it and I couldn't update it and I couldn't open it, so I had to completely wipe my C drive. But after I did that, it was fine. And that wasn't even malware or anything. That was just kind of a technical error, I think. But yeah. So, guys, first of all, never think that any computer is safe from malware, though.
It's not.
Like, even if just because it's a Mac, right? Don't just assume it's safe. Like PSA, all computers can be put in danger by malware attackers. Like,
for sure.
Yeah, don't download sketchy stuff. Just don't be smart when you're on the internet. And you know what? Actually, I learned a little bit about this. It's mainly older people that get tricked by those kinds of ads and like malware stuff because they just don't really know what to look out for and what's fake and bad on the internet because they're just older. They've had less experience with it. So, yeah, there's something kind of interesting there.
All right. Moving on. Some possible TV shows / movies were announced this week.
Heyo.
More gaming shows coming out. So, in light of Witcher coming out, whatever, that being a hugely popular show, I've not watched it, but I've heard it's really good.
Oh, yeah.
Activision Blizzard co-president Nick Van Dyke LinkedIn profile includes him working on a Diablo anime show and an Overwatch show.
Diablo,
whatever. Diablo.
It's definitely
Diablo, whatever. But although no official announcement has been made, this seems to be a pretty legitimate leak. So I think this would be interesting. I'm definitely not interested in Diablo. Not at all.
It's Diablo.
That's what I just said. Diablo.
You said Diablo again.
Diablo.
Diablo.
I just said
Diablo.
I'll say again. Diablo.
Okay, thank you.
Diablo.
Thank you.
I'm not interested in that. I tried watching the trailer for the 4th one, and that was just creepy as all get out.
I'm not really into Diablo.
Yeah,
the Overwatch show, that just sounds weird.
No, I think that could be interesting because they've already kind of done it.
Yeah, they have the comics, right?
With like all the comics and the backstories for some of the characters. So that would be interesting to build I don't know. I think it would be interesting. We might get some
Maybe.
interesting voice lines from it. You know,
Yeah, that could be
that
fun.
would be interesting.
Also, I'm gonna read chat now because
Uh-oh.
Einsig has been posting paragraphs about the computer
Oh,
scamming
geez.
thing. Older
Pop off.
people often get scammed by people calling them, claiming to be some family member, like their grandson, saying they're in prison in a foreign country or something, and in need of about $5,000 worth of iTunes gift cards sent to them to bail them out. And please don't tell mom and dad because they have a heart attack, or they're going to have a heart attack. And Einzig also says, geez, what about your elderly grandmother? Honestly, yeah, that
Facts.
sounds about right.
Just facts. There's nothing to say. They're just facts.
Yeah, but that's interesting that a lot of it is calls, which you would think that they would have more experience with scam calls because that technology is definitely older, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's a mix. Okay.
It's all over the place.
So the other leak.
Can we get back to the show? Actually, I want to talk about the Overwatch show.
Overwatch show. Yes.
Yeah, I want to talk about that. I feel like it would be they would worry too much about the backstory. I feel like they would get too wrapped up in the lore of the characters, and then they would reach a point where they're like kind of trapped in a corner and can't go anywhere with like the story versus like the end game lore, and so they're gonna have to be like, oh, by the way, none of this is canon, and they're gonna have to pull one of those.
I think it would allow the lore to be more explored than just a 3-minute one thingy YouTube video.
True, but I don't know.
I feel like it would be more interesting. I feel like it could work. With Diablo versus Overwatch, I feel like an Overwatch show would be much more interesting because you have 30 plus characters. Think about it, 30 plus different backstories you can cover, 30 plus characters you can intertwine with each other, make interesting character arcs. With the high number of characters, that probably means they're going to screw up a lot, but it'll still be interesting.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch the fireball, you know.
Yeah, we'll see how it all goes down.
It'll be fun.
All right, so the other leak, just this week, announced in a tweet that was quickly deleted.
Oh.
Eli Roth, director of the Hostel horror series.
Hostel horror series?
Yeah,
I've never heard of Hostel.
Other weird horror movies. Has been set as the director for the upcoming Borderlands movie.
Hey,
apparently this movie was announced all the way back in 2015, and they're just actually starting to really seriously get started on it.
That's interesting. I love how lazy they are with that then. Maybe, you know what it probably was they had to wait for the next game to come out to like get the story to write the movie.
Right, which I really don't know what the story for Borderlands 3 is because I've not touched it, nor I probably won't.
And we can't even get through Borderlands 2, man. I don't think it's going to happen.
We're never going to get through.
It's too slow and there's too much.
There's way too much endgame content.
What about the Minecraft movie?
There's a Minecraft movie?
Wolfpack in chat?
I've not heard anything on it, but I'd be more interested in
I'd be more interested in a Minecraft movie than a freaking Borderlands movie.
What do you mean a Borderlands movie would be interesting though? Because like,
I mean, yeah, but
it's like action-y and like you have the dark comedy and like it would be like a funny summer flick.
It would be kind of like Deadpool
action comedy. Yeah, maybe a little bit lighter on some of the sexual content and like a little bit of the language, but it would still have that kind of. I feel like it could be another.
It could have that vibe.
Gaming movie that would work.
Yeah,
as a movie.
Like I love how more Pikachu, gaming movies that are coming out and they work. Oh my gosh, Sonic! I saw Sonic like 1 or 2 weeks ago. Oh my gosh, it's so good. It's definitely more centered toward kids, like more than I thought it was gonna be. But oh my gosh, if you haven't seen it, it's so worth the amount of money that you had to pay for the tickets. It is so cheesy and oh my gosh, it's so good. Just please go watch it. It's so funny. And Dr. Eggman is just, his character is played so well. You'll love every second of it. I can almost guarantee. It's, oh my gosh, glorious. Absolutely glorious. Einzig in chat says, I heard the use of wow, Sonic is fast jokes get pretty excessive. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Dutch and Baked says, yes, they went by fast. Good joke. 10 out of 10.
Ha ha ha.
Oh my gosh, dude. It's such a good time to watch that movie. And watch it with a friend too, because you will laugh your head off. It's so much fun. You want to take the next topic?
Sure. Sure. So yes, we're switching
to cloud gaming, right?
Switching to cloud gaming stuff. So, GeForce, my prized possession, my ability to play games, and they are going like they had a nice. It was beginning of February. They came out of beta for the first time for after being in beta for like 2-3 years now. Came out of beta. And it was good for a solid 2 weeks. It was great. And then last week, with about 2 hours notice, they took away all Activision Blizzard games. All of them. So all Call of Duties, Overwatch, World of Warcraft, all of those things.
Oh, no.
And as of yesterday, all of Bethesda games too.
Oh, no.
Except for Wolfenstein Youngblood. Like the one game no one gives a crap about, they kept. Anyways.
Huh. So, oh no, you can't play Skyrim then.
Can't play Skyrim.
Oh, well, you can get Skyrim to run on a toaster with enough mods. Trust me, there's mods to enhance the game, and there's also mods to make it run at like the lowest possible quality. Like you can get it down to just polygons, I'm almost positive.
Yeah, but this is most. Yes, as Einzig is saying, Activision and Bethesda want to get a piece of the money. You have to pay for premium subscriptions on GeForce Now, so you can play the games you already own. I think that's a part of it, but the thing is like the only real other competitor to GeForce Now is Stadia.
Yeah.
And what Stadia does is you have to, whether you own the game or not, you have to rebuy it on Stadia. So anybody who might own a copy of Skyrim or Call of Duty will have to rebuy it to be able to play it on Stadia. GeForce isn't like that. GeForce, if you own a copy of the game, great. You're only renting out a computer that has access to Steam, not a completely different digital store for.
You good, bro? You lost it a little bit.
Blah blah blah.
Give Cord a little bit of slack. He just came from work and he's pretty tired. Or where were you at work?
I've been out all day. I've been busy.
That's right.
It's been a busy day.
Busy day.
I am on like 3
You're
cups
allowed
of
to
coffee.
stutter exactly 20 times.
Only 20?
Yeah, only 20.
Ugh. Are we keeping count?
Nope.
What's the count total? Oh, okay, never mind. Yay. And so what I feel like, I hope game companies will come to realize that if you do it on GeForce Now, you will get more people will buy your game than if you just keep it on like Stadia or other gaming platforms like Stadia, because no one likes Stadia. Like very few people like Stadia. GeForce Now actually works, which is why I love it so much. But
and the other reason they like it too is because you can like use your whole Steam library on it, or at least you could before they removed all the games.
Right, which is very very unfortunate. And so I am going to be getting a new computer soon, and hopefully in the next couple months, 2 to 3 months. And so I won't need to use GeForce Now ever again. But it really needs to figure out this whole thing of companies ripping away games. Companies ripping away games, yes. Because unless they do and they don't announce it within good timing, because they've done it twice now where they've given legit 2 hours notice and then ripped away games.
Yeah, and wasn't it like you bought like the season 4 or whatever?
Season 2 for Call of Duty Modern
Season 2 of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and then you couldn't even play the game.
Right. I was very upset about that. Thankfully, it was only $10, but still,
crazy.
It's $10. $10 I could have spent on a burger.
Yeah. Can I read chat from Einzig? Einzig says that cloud gaming is literally the DRM final boss, and I absolutely hate its very existence. Honestly, I felt the same way. I really did. Or wait, there's more. The theft of property ownership from consumers has been rolling along for decades now, and this is another slip on that slope. Now, not only do you not own a physical copy of your game, you don't even own the game now. Yeah, or that I'm guessing that's referring to Stadia and not GeForce Now.
Right.
Or maybe Steam actually, because Steam is also digital. But Steam is a lot more reliable, and it's a bigger platform, and it applies to more stuff. Meanwhile, Stadia is just kind of its own thing. And I think that Google's going to keep it that way because, let's be honest, it's Google. It's a big company, and they can. So, yeah.
Correct. Yeah,
that's
all very true.
Unfortunate. But I agree with the whole kind of... Okay, gosh, sorry. I'm trying to, like, formulate this as I'm, like, processing. But you said that, like, you hate the very existence of cloud gaming. Honestly, it's not... I used to feel that way. But then I kind of like saw Cord use it, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is actually kind of nice. Steam at Einzig says Steam at least allows you to download the files the game is made of. Yes, that is true. Actually, you can do that. And then I guess you could burn it onto a disc, but like, who does that? It's 2020. Like nobody makes physical copies of games anymore, really. Well, actually, speaking of physical copies of things, I actually have a copy of Adobe After Effects on a disc, and I can't do anything with it because I don't have a reader or anything. So that kind of stinks. But yeah. I mean, I don't know. Limited run games? I don't even know what you're trying to say with limited run games, Einzig in chat. But yeah. Honestly, okay, here's the thing. Cloud gaming, I'm okay with it now. I used to not be okay with it because it felt like, oh man, I just bought this expensive computer. Like, what's the point now? But now seeing kind of the effects of it, like the latency and stuff, and even companies pulling away games that I spent money on, that infuriates me, and I'm much, much happier that I actually bought a computer now. Because I was considering just streaming the games using a cloud service, but then whenever I couldn't play like VR chat and VR, I was like, no, I gotta get a computer. And I guess I'll move us on to our next topic now.
Sounds good.
Yep. Oh, sorry, I hit the table.
Oh, geez.
There's been a lot of combat on the mics this episode.
Oof.
Like my foot has hit the stand, which made noises. I've hit the table, which I'm sure made noise on the compression mic.
Oof. Oh, well.
Einzig in chat says they are a game distributor that specializes in producing physical copies of games as a service for developers who would normally only digitally distribute. Oh, interesting. But also kind of irrelevant because nobody uses disk drives anymore.
Yeah. Okay,
or maybe like flash drives with like the games on it. Maybe that would be more valid. But yeah, we need to move on.
Yes. So for the new Call of Duty Modern Warfare, a new Battle Royale mode has been leaked to release in March.
Oh, how fun.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I mean, it could
Battle
work.
Royale.
It couldn't work. I don't know. We'll see.
Can you hear the excitement in my voice? I'm so happy.
You don't even have the new COD, and you're not even considering getting it, which is sad. It's amazing. It's like
let's
the
slap
best
a
COD
Battle
in years.
Royale on it, make it a good game.
No, it's been a great game for the past months now.
Well, I
It's
mean,
been
I'm
amazing.
sure, but like, it's like every concept
What I'm appreciating is that they're giving out free content. They're creating this is the first Call of Duty to where they've released free maps for everybody. There's no map packs. You don't have to pay for the maps, as in Black Ops or Black Ops 2.
True.
Even those classic games, Modern Warfare 2 even had map packs. All the maps have been free, and they keep releasing these modes for free, which I love. Keep it up, Activision. It's the one thing I can praise you on tonight. Your Call of Duty. It's the one thing. Where else?
Yeah.
And everything else, I'm just very upset with you. But other than that,
okay.
a little bit of Halo news.
I want to do this next one actually. I'm gonna steal it out from under you. So basically, not only are we getting a new Halo game this year, but we're also getting a new game design engine. 343 Industries, in order to create Halo Infinite, they designed a new engine called Slipspace, and it is noted to be made for next generation game development, which is exciting and I love. But it'll be a lot simpler to use, which is great because it'll mean that smaller companies and I guess indie developers can kind of get their hands into it and make good games, which is really exciting.
I don't know if it was necessarily going to be public domain. They're probably referring to more of being able to make better Halo games for the next generation games.
Maybe, but you never know because
mostly game development companies keep their game engines to themselves. You don't see.
That's true.
Yeah, you don't No, you don't see that.
But still, it'll be easier to train up the newer people who are less experienced with game design.
I'm just excited for a new Halo that they're focusing on next generation game development.
Yeah,
that'll be. I can't wait for Halo Infinite. Even though I've not played through most of the Halos, I've only played through Halo Reach. I can't wait to get my hands on the older ones and this newer one, which comes out in December, and to be able to play with my Xbox friends on PC because it's gonna be cross-platform.
Ayo.
So great. And speaking of playing through the older Halos, Halo Combat Evolved's PC test flight has started this week. This means that the PC Steam version of the game for Halo Combat Evolved will be coming soon in the next month or so, hopefully. because as Halo Reach came out in December, the test flighting, even though it took a long while, is because it was the first Halo to be accurately and really well donely be released on PC, and so hopefully the test flights won't be as long as it took Reach, and we'll be getting a story campaign and the multiplayer for Combat Evolved hopefully really shortly.
That's interesting. I wasn't expecting to Halo to like still be as popular as it is in 2020. I was kind of expecting it to die off, but like the stuff that they've been doing,
Bro,
mad respect. They've been reviving
the community though. Like the
community.
That game is so solid. Like if you really think about it, it's so unique and it stands out in the first person genre.
Yeah, it does.
Have you even played through a Halo game?
I have actually. I played through Halo 3 or 4 with my younger brother like so many years ago, like over 4 probably.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. But or wait, was that? Yeah, that sounds right because we had an Xbox before my brother moved out for college. So that would have been within the last 4 years or even 5, I think. I don't remember.
I think Halo 4 came out in 2012.
What about Halo 3? Because we definitely played Halo 3.
2009? 2008?
Yeah, we definitely played Halo 3 in like 2011-ish. And then Halo 4 came out like a month later. Or no. I don't know. It was close. Basically, we played through Halo 3. And then like pretty soon after, Halo 4 was released. And then we played that one. And then I don't even think we touched Halo 5. Just because we didn't have an Xbox One. So, yeah. Fun stuff. Do you want me to take the next one?
I thought you said you didn't really know much about this stuff.
I mean, I can still
start. I can start it.
Okay. All right.
So this next session, lengthy section will be on Xbox versus PlayStation. Albeit, I just scrolled down and saw there's only 3 different topics, but it's still a little bit lengthy.
Yeah.
And they kind of can interconnect with one another. It has been reported that Sony is running into manufacturing issues with its new console. They are having a hard time finding reasonable prices for their DRAM, which is used for memory and SSD. Xbox X has not been reported as having the same issue, so this could be this could affect PS5's price and not necessarily Xbox's.
It will probably increase the price. There you go, bud.
Increase.
DRAM. Interesting.
Yeah.
I would think that they would get killed more by VRAM, but I guess DRAM.
But it's interesting. So the reason why there's such a huge shortage of DRAM is because of the amount and prevalency of smartphones, which require DRAM. And so it's interesting to see of how our abundance of technology is starting to affect how much technology
to put a bottleneck
we can actually have.
Yeah. Oh, that's real interesting. I like that. I like how this story is developing.
I know.
Because like we've kind of been analyzing the whole PS5 versus Xbox X.
Yeah, because that's kind of been
like
it's been a consistent,
the last couple episodes.
It's been a consistent theme for the past month and a half. Because there's a lot of hype gathering for when actual details will be released, which is why I had to cut out some original articles because some of them are just leaks, and I don't want to cover a bunch of leaks every week. I want to cover factual stuff about the Xbox One X. Because there's a lot of speculation, going on. But,
I just like how the plot of this is pretty thick.
Yeah, it's fun. It'll be interesting to see how this all turns out. But some more negatives on PS5 side.
Please let me cover this one.
Oh, you're going to cover it?
PlayStation 5 is going to have a voice assistant, guys, in the console. It will possibly look like this. You're having a hard boss battle, and the assistant will chime in and ask if you need help. And it will offer you ways to help, but like... it's microtransactions, guys.
So this could be like here's this armor pack, or here's this weapon pack, or here's this DLC for this character to increase your max strength, or something like that. Gamers are very concerned right now.
I hate that. That's so annoying.
It's going to be shoving down microtransactions down PS5 players' throats, which is just not going to be. It's going to encourage microtransactions to be in PS5 games. PS5 games, or just games in general, which is not a good thing. We do not need more Microtransactions.
Also, can I just say, I absolutely hate voice assistants in consoles. Like, in PC and smartphones, they're okay. PC, I'm okay with, but smartphones, I'm pretty like, okay, yeah, I would understand having a voice assistant. But console, I just don't. I don't see. I mean, it are like, if you're using a console, like, why wouldn't you have the remote in your hand? I don't get that. Like, maybe if you want to multitask, but that sounds like such a rare case.
Yeah, kind of like with Einstein is saying, it's just next level creepy.
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't like that. Have you heard of the microtransactions in Rocket League? Says Wolfpack. No, I have not.
I did hear something about it, even though I didn't read anything upon it. I heard about it through a couple friends. Isn't it something with they've switched to loot boxes instead of something else? They switched their microtransaction system. I didn't see any huge things on it, but that was a massive overhaul or something like that. I think Wolfpack may know more about it than I do, but
probably
that's not in our real topics.
I wonder,
for tonight, but
you know what? Since it's a long stream, if we have time after, I could phone a friend who knows a lot about Rocket League. Maybe
you have to spend $10 to get a rare decal on one car that you unlocked.
Oh my god!
I can't remember. I remember talking with a friend. Did they switch from like a loot box system to more of a CS:GO system, or did they go from a CS:GO system to a loot box system? I can't remember. Wolfpack can answer that question in a minute.
Yeah, probably.
But as to go back to Xbox versus PS5 and the whole console war, as gaming has evolved, it seems that this might be one of the last console generations, especially for the PS5. The PS5, as we covered earlier, is going to have a hard time pricing itself affordably. Microsoft has already been working on their version of a cloud gaming product, and for good reason. Cloud gaming has been skyrocketing and is expected to continuously compound at an annual interest of 25% through 2025.
Oh my gosh. So honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if consoles were killed, but I feel like the one thing that could save them is exclusivity of games. Like keeping the PS5 exclusives on the PS5 and like same with the Xbox. Well, Xbox is kind of different.
Xbox is going like it's embracing it's saying said, even like we covered 2 weeks ago, Xbox is saying we don't care about PS5 anymore. We're worried about Amazon and Google, these huge companies that have a lot of things that can be used as effective weapons in the cloud gaming industry, because cloud gaming is really where it's at, folks.
So maybe Sony will just kind of rule the console. Well, Sony and Nintendo will rule the console market.
Think about it. What PS5 exclusives are there? Like,
I don't know.
The Last of Us.
I don't.
Like, do you think enough people are going to pay $500 just to play The Last of Us?
No, I actually don't think so.
I know it's a great game. I want to play it at some point, but eventually possible PS5 exclusive games are going to go, there's no point, because not enough people are going to be buying these consoles. Because why are you going to buy a $500 console why are you going to buy a $500 console every 5 years or so when you can buy a $300 computer and pay $5 to $15 a month and play any of the games that you want to play?
Yeah.
Kind of like with the Xbox Game Pass, which is going to be my next topic.
Well, actually, can we stay on this one a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Well, it's kind of a part of it because it's the Xbox Game Pass. Which
Okay, basically, PS5, I feel like it might die. I feel like it might actually die, but I don't think this will be the last generation of consoles. I feel like Nintendo will keep it going, and Sony might have to compete with them more instead of Xbox, which I think it'll be really interesting to see the kind of things that they produce.
I think this is gonna be the last PS5.
Really?
I think because the PS5 and Nintendo target completely different gaming sectors.
That's true.
Completely different. Nintendo is one of its own. It's basically unchallenged.
Yeah.
You are either a Nintendo fan or not. And they produce things for their clientele. They're not really concerned about trying to grab people from Xbox or from PS5. because if you get a Nintendo thing, you're a Nintendo person, and that's about it.
I feel like PS5 has 3 directions they can take after they release this console. They can either A, completely ignore everything and just keep on making stuff and go to PS6.
You can't.
Or
really
they can... Let me finish.
Ugh.
Or they can try and target Nintendo and like kind of go for more of their audience and like kind of make it more for kids and more family friendly and all that stuff. Or they can just give up. Like, honestly, I don't... Or maybe they can make a cloud service, but I don't think they'd be too willing to do that. I mean, they have the screenplay thing, but still, I don't know. Einseg in chat says, I feel this is related to the fact that you can't get a hard drive for much less than $40 because the physical stuff that it's made of just costs a certain amount. Yeah,
but you can't really target Nintendo. Like,
yeah, you can't really target Nintendo.
That's the thing.
So it's gonna end with they're gonna go down in flames.
It's done. Like, PS5 is done. Sony is going. I'm making a prediction that Sony's going to be done after this console generation.
Well, they'll still make like cameras and stuff. And monitors and stuff.
Gaming, like for gaming stuff, PlayStation.
Maybe
it's just gonna die and crash because Xbox. This is gonna be the last. It'll be interesting to see how long PS5 and Xbox One X will stay relevant.
Yeah, I give them 2 years.
They've stayed very relevant for the past 2 decades now, over 2 decades.
Yeah.
And so, like, in the history of gaming, we've seen like game systems like the Atari rise and fall.
Yeah.
So it's just the fall of PlayStation 5. And
but
they're still focused on the console. They're not moving over to cloud gaming, which I don't understand why, but they're just not.
The only thing I feel like that's keeping consoles alive right now are children. It's that and weebs who want to play Persona 4 on their PlayStations. Or Persona 5, excuse me.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, man, it's a good exclusive, okay?
Right, okay. So, as talking about Xbox and cloud gaming, the Xbox Game Pass continues to add good games. Some of the games that are going to be added very soon, if not yet, are my notes just glitched out. I don't know why. What the heck?
Mine?
Some of the games that have going to be included in this is Yakuza 0, which I've heard is a really good Japanese action type game.
Wait, where?
Yakuza 0, yeah, it's a Japanese action adventure game set in the 1980s. It's and some other games. Right now, currently, the Xbox Gaming Pass is in its beta, and it's only $5 a month. It will increase to probably closer to $15. However, some of the other games in it is like the Halo Master Chief Collection, Gears 5, and many others. You must have Windows 10, however, so rip to me as a Mac user.
Ha! Get destroyed. Yakuza. Yeah, I was about to say Yakuza.
I'm sorry, my notes died, and so I went off of memory.
It's okay.
My notes died for about 5 seconds.
Yeah, because I was like, I'm pretty sure he just said that wrong, because the Yakuza is it's like kind of a Japanese organized crime group.
Right. Well, see, Einseg, the thing is with COD is that the newest COD...
Well, read what they say in chat. Okay, for context, Einsig in chat said, actually a huge bulk of people keeping consoles going are people who just buy a Madden or FIFA or COD every year.
The problem with that statement is that over the years, Madden and FIFA have been dying. Like,
they have. It's
been recycled gameplay year after year after year, so it's the same stuff.
It's deserved.
Right, yeah, like, it's just crap at this point. Like, we could play Madden 2015 and be the same game as Madden 2020, except different stats on the different players. Yep. But for COD, like, that's completely changed with this new COD, because I think Activision Blizzard kind of saw the writing on the wall with computers, and so they've made computers be cross-playable with consoles, so there's no point in needing to get a console to play with all your console pals. You can play with a mouse and keyboard and still wreck them all at the same time. It's absolutely spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and so
here we go.
Is there anything else before we want to cover this huge segment, Red J?
Chat, I'm going to ask you if there's anything else you want to talk about right now, because we are about to delve into the Rainbow Six Siege section of our notes. Guys, let me tell you, it's like a good, it's a good, like, 3/4 of a page long.
More than that.
Go ahead and throw some discussion in chat if you want to talk about anything. Other than that, we're just gonna move on, and it's a lot because they're changing a lot, they're adding a lot.
A lot of
there's so much,
and we're going to get into it. Void Edge, March 9th. I'm sorry.
Void Edge will be released on March 9th, which will include 2 new operators, Oryx and Iana. Oryx is the Jordanian operator, and Iana is a Dutch operator from space, which is kind of cool. Oh shoot, we didn't wait long enough for chat. I'm so sorry. Einsig in chat says, "What? What?
Don't worry about it. It's all good. It's all good."
He's asking what the overall overarching theme of the episode is.
We cover gaming news. Guys, there's no real overarching theme.
If you haven't realized the theme of this podcast, it's just kind of general news. Well, I mean, it's not just gaming news. We do other kind of stuff as well.
Some entertainment stuff, but mainly things that I keep
things that have got people talking. How about that?
Yeah.
We'll give you the facts on the things that people be talking about on the internet.
The most relevant gaming news of the week. Relevant.
There
in
you
an entertaining and fascinating way where you get to hear our opinion as well.
Yes, of course.
Have you got the year 5 pass yet? No, I do not. I'm gonna buy it though. I'm telling you what, I'm gonna do it.
I'm seriously considering it.
I'm going to.
I need my next paycheck though to even consider it. I just need that.
All right, let me continue with these new operators. Oryx is, again, the Jordanian operator. He has this ability called the Rima Dash, and this ability allows him to dash through walls at the cost of 10 health. Barricades for windows and doors can be dashed through without consequence. And he can actually dash onto shielded operators and normal operators without a shield, and it knocks them down. It kind of stuns them, I guess, for a couple seconds. It's pretty long, which I think they're gonna nerf that just because it's a pretty long time, and I feel like it could be infuriating. And the gameplay that's come out of it, it's already up on the test servers right now, but the actual release date is March 9th. The gameplay that has come out of it is very fun to watch. But I'm sure that the enemy team that's getting and it's mainly been Oryx that's been causing the upset, they're not having fun. The enemy team is not having fun because, I mean, it just looks infuriating to play against Oryx. Oh, and also he can peek through hatches. I forgot to mention that. So if you're below a hatch, you can jump up onto the hatch and you can peek, and then you can decide whether or not you want to pull yourself up the hatch. So he honestly seems a bit too powerful to me.
He seems way too overpowered, and I feel like he's gonna be nerfed really quickly.
I feel
really quickly.
At the minimum, he's going to be nerfed, and he's not going to keep people down for as long, and he might take more damage when going through walls, maybe 15.
Or there'll be a longer recovery on after he stuns a person.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy to me that to see the gameplay that they released of the trailer for him, of him just taking down a Monty like he was nothing.
Yes.
That will completely destroy the shield roll. Completely destroy it.
Yep. And Wolfpack in chat says that he does not have an ACOG. Yes. I don't remember what speed he is. I believe he's a 1 speed, right?
Is he really?
Can you confirm? You cannot?
Not sure about that.
Oh my gracious.
He's a 2-speed. Yeah,
he's a 2-speed? Oh my gosh.
He's supposed to be running around the building. What do you mean?
That is really scary. Jeez, man. All right. Well, fine. That's an insanely intimidating operator.
Right. So
what a unit.
It's interesting to see of how these next 2 operators seem to be going to change the meta of Rainbow Six Siege more than any of the operators did of last year.
Oh yeah, totally.
Completely rework of the meta, because if, let's just say, he does stay as he is, and he is as powerful as he is in the trailer, we're going to see a lot less Monty bans.
Oh yeah.
No one's going to play Monty.
Which nobody plays Monty right now.
Well, that's because he
just gets banned.
He just gets banned, and because no one wants to deal with him.
Him, Jackal, and Clash. Which Clash? Oh no, Clash is getting a rework. Oh.
We're skipping. We're skipping.
Okay, I'm skipping, but I'm sorry. I'm going to talk about Iana now, who is the other new operator, the Dutch operator. Basically, she uses these devices called a Gemini replicator to create a clone of herself that can be used to scout out areas. I mean, that's really it. It just seems like an advanced drone to me, except it's more of a distraction. So, like, the way that I see her being useful is if there's two entrances to a room. The Gemini replicator walks in on one side, and then a teammate walks in on the other side at the same time, and then the illusion, the replicator, acts as like a distraction for the defender. So, I mean, that's really all I can see her being useful for. Maybe like going out of a room, because the way that it works is if you shoot the Gemini replicator, it puts a ping on the enemy.
No, it doesn't.
Or it doesn't.
No, that's very incorrect. You obviously did not read up on your operator. It is, in fact, the opposite.
I thought I did.
As soon as it's shot, it's destroyed, and it does not leave a ping, unlike Alibi's holograms.
That's right. Oh, I was thinking of Alibi. Dang it. So sorry. But yeah, but I don't think she'll be as powerful as Oryx is.
That's going to be huge. Because
you serious?
If it's basically a carbon copy of her operator. Walking and sounding like the operator, looking exactly like the operator. There's no way you're going to know it's fake until you shoot. And if you like go out and shoot her, then you as the Onyx or Iona lady knows where that person was hiding. It's like having a second life. It's like having a second life you can send out, although you can't really do much. You can't shoot, but you can like, that's a very advanced recon drone.
Oh my gosh.
I feel like it'll be...
I don't know. I feel like she's too underpowered, especially compared to Oryx. Like, Oryx seems way more powerful than Iona. I'm just going to put that out there now. No? You don't think so?
I think they're both equally super powerful, and they're both really game-changing to the meta.
I don't know. I'll have to see whenever we play it.
Especially for denying plants. Think about that.
Oh, yeah.
If you see that, and you just crouch around like you're scaring the person from moving in because he can't shoot you. He knows you're there, but you're not sure if you're like there or not. You know?
That'll be interesting to see. I don't know. This next season, it's just going to be an insanity. I can't wait. Also, Wolfpack in chat just said his ability looks like Mirage from Apex Legends. Which, you know what? Her, whatever.
Not him, her.
I'm sorry. Right. Mirage is a he. I got confused. My bad.
No, Mirage isn't her.
What?
Mirage is a she. And
what?
Onyx is a she. Anna is a she.
Iona?
Yeah, Iona and Mirage are both she's. You said he.
Oh, I didn't know.
They're both she's.
Okay, fine then.
Come on, bro.
Go at my throat. See if I care. Kill me.
That was awkward. Okay, we're never going to do that. We're never going to do that again.
Mic.
Yeah,
Don't
I know.
ever look at me
I
again.
was not talking, therefore I was not looking at my mic.
Don't look at me again.
Listen.
Look at your mic.
I am about to go.
Pretty.
Listen.
The mic is pretty. Look at the mic.
I'm making a fist right now. Do you want to know where it wants to go?
Up your skull.
No.
And then Reggie said something bad on stream.
Don't say that.
Nope.
Not on stream.
Nope, I'm going to punch you.
Bad.
I'm going to punch you.
Don't say that.
Nope. No. I say it anyway.
All right, moving on.
Fine then.
Tachanka finally is getting a rework. He's going to be using his LMG as a main weapon and getting a flame grenade launcher. Flame grenade launcher. It's going to be like very similar to like Capitão's bolts, except you have to fire multiple of them to get the same area of effect. So
honestly,
it's almost going to be like a Junkrat, kind of. A Junkrat that fires grenades that spread fire everywhere.
Oh, weird comparison, but okay.
Kind of the grenades bounce. They look like Junkrat. It's like Junkrat's grenades, but they have fire everywhere. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
honestly,
interesting.
I'm glad that they're reworking him. This just is not what I was expecting at all. I mean, a defender with fire. We've only ever seen that with Goyo. And Goyo's really effective, so I think this will actually put Tachanka into the meta.
Yes, our boy will no longer be the meme he is.
Oh my gosh.
Not as much anyways.
I can't wait to see the day. Oh my gosh. That'll be a fun time.
And then we have also Oregon is getting a rework. Why?
Why is Oregon getting a rework?
Out of all the maps in Siege.
This is like one of the things that the community hates most about this.
Tower needs a rework.
Not the entire Oregon map.
Skyscraper. Is it
what?
Is it Tower or Skyscraper?
Skyscraper is the big one in Korea.
Yes,
Yes, that one. I feel like it does need a rework.
definitely needs a rework. There's a
But Oregon? No.
Out of all the
Oregon
maps
is
out of all
fine.
the maps in Siege, Oregon is one of the
Oregon's
least,
really solid,
least
except for
broken.
Tower, maybe. Like, Tower seems a little bit like,
Still,
but
out of
I don't
all
know.
the maps in Siege, I feel like Oregon is nowhere near on that.
It
top 10.
deserved it the least out of all the ones that need a rework.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wolfpack
this
says there's a skyscraper spawn peak
now.
now.
Yeah,
I don't.
Oregon doesn't need. Oregon doesn't need.
Oregon doesn't need a rework. I
Oregon
don't think.
never needed a rework. It's one of the best maps, in the game, most balanced, and it's getting a rework. And
Yeah, I don't like it.
I don't want to learn another Oregon.
Oh my gosh.
All right, and so another interesting little thing that might be happening to Rainbow Six Siege soon.
This is
that
rumored. This is not confirmed.
Rumored. Attackers might be getting small, hard breaching devices, similar to what Thermite and Hibana's abilities do. This was announced at the Year 5 Rainbow Six Siege Invitational Reveal panel. I don't know how I feel about this.
I kind of don't like it.
What I feel like this new year is that Rainbow Six Siege is going, we have tons of players. We have tons of dedicated fans. Let's see what we can do with the meta. Let's see how we can change it. And like, I feel like they're maybe
Let's see
going,
how much until it's too much.
Let's just screw around with the meta this year, which I'm not a huge fan of. I'm not a huge fan of at all. I've liked where it's gone. I don't know. We'll see. I'm a little scared.
Yeah, I'm nervous for it.
What's going to happen to Hibana and Thermite? Are they just going to be completely irrelevant?
I don't know. I don't like this. I really don't like the idea of attackers getting hard breaching devices, like even if it's small, because that's Maverick's job.
And then Maverick, Maverick too. I
That's
forgot about Maverick, my
Maverick's
boy
job.
Maverick. I forgot about him. I never played him. I forgot about it. He exists.
I don't know.
And as Wolfpack so gracefully tried to remind us or tell us, Clash got disabled again.
Clash got disabled just yesterday.
Again for the umpteenth time in her history.
I think it's
and
the
so,
third time, actually.
No, much more. I feel like she's gotten disabled like 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5. Oh,
At
yeah.
least.
4 or 5, at least.
I feel like it's been 3 times since I've played the game. And I know she was disabled a bunch of times before.
Yeah, she's bad.
However, it's been told that Clash will be another operator who will be getting a rework. No details on that one yet.
No.
But hopefully we will be getting a reworked Clash that isn't so broken.
You know what I think they might do to her?
What?
I think they might make it a half shield like Blitz. I think they might do that. Like, I have literally no reason to like have that opinion, but I feel like they'll do it. Like, I don't know what made me think of that. I feel like they might put her on a half shield.
I don't know about that.
I don't know.
I do not know.
It sounds absolutely like absurd even after I said it, but I still kind of feel like it might happen.
We'll see. We'll see how the Clash
rework
goes. But as Rainbow Six Siege continues to evolve in the competitive masterpiece it is, people have been complaining about its pinging system. Its pinging system is very basic. If you don't know, you can basically just ping one area, like wherever on the map, and it'll just show a little yellow marker with no indication of what it actually is or what it stands for.
And the pings are kind of inaccurate too, because you can only ping where you're able to see, right?
Yeah, but that's kind
is
of
that how it all is?
That's all pinging systems are.
For some reason, I thought that in Apex you could only like kind of ping in a general area around something, and it would just mark the whole thing. No, okay.
No, I'm not sure what you're talking about. But
I don't know. I think I'm getting delusional.
Yes, you are.
Oh boy.
Pinging, but
that's fun.
It's been told that the ping system is going to be reworked to be similar to Apex Legends, to where you can ping like that's an enemy. There's a wall that needs to be breached, or like things like that, to where it's more specific, to where you can communicate better with your team non-verbally.
I can't wait for that. That's gonna be so nice.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Very, very nice. Rook pinging his armor. Get armor.
Oh my
get
gosh.
Armor, get
Yes.
armor,
Yes.
that would be
Yes.
funny.
That'll be so nice.
Okay.
The next thing that I feel like is a fun, one of the funner things, less serious and more fun, is that we are getting Black Ice shields. Bandit, Monty, and I think Fuse as well will be getting Black Ice skins for their shields, and they won't be epic. They'll be legendary.
Ooh.
Yeah. Which honestly, I'm happy about because black ice shields, man. Come on. Like, that's just ridiculous, but I love that they're putting it in.
All right. That's kind of a fun fact. All right, but the last thing that I think the last thing we're going to cover tonight.
Oh, I got more.
You got more.
Oh, yeah.
What?
Because we haven't gone over all the operators that are getting changed. I
Wait,
found a
what?
list.
Whoa.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to
Uh,
open my article for this. You go ahead and take this next one.
Oh my goodness, you put things down. You're talking about things without preparing. Okay.
No, I read this all. Trust me.
Recruit. Yes, recruit did get completely changed.
Yes,
which is
recruit
kind of-
got changed.
My boy recruit.
Oh, no.
What was I gonna say? Yes. So, in a promotional YouTube video talking about the history of Rainbow Six Siege, at the very end, one of the designers was talking about the future of Rainbow Six Siege and what he sees for it, and he envisions the ability for attackers during the prep phase, like while they're droning. So, like while you're droning, imagine like you pick Sledge and you go and drone, and you see, hey, there's not many very sledgeable areas around here. Let me change my operator mid-game to someone else, like Thermite, maybe because they've reinforced all the walls. So basically, they're talking about the ability of being able to change your operator while you're droning.
Oh.
Jeez,
we just
scared the crap out of me. The heater just
the
turned on
heater
out
just
of
kicked on all of a
nowhere.
sudden.
Yes.
And it spooked both of us. We instantly were like, what? Oh my gosh.
Thankfully, there's no ghost in the room. We're both alive.
Shoot. We need a camera. We need a cameraman. I swear.
Oh my goodness. Anyways, so yes, they're talking about changing the meta to where you can, as an attacker, change your operator while droning after receiving information on where the site is.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
At all. It's part of the
That's part of the
strategy
game.
of being able to go, I'm going to pick this operator and I'm just going to try, maybe the
Yeah.
ball isn't sledgeable, but I'm still going to be able to try and use his equipment in the best way I can. I love that
Yeah.
about Siege, of how like it's kind of pick where
How-
you have to guess and then try and just make do with your guess, and it's great. I love it, and I'm going to hate it if they do that. Absolutely hate it.
Yeah, that'll be no.
It changes
That'll be really
one
bad.
of the core components of, or one of the core
Yeah.
components of what makes Rainbow Six
mean, that's
Siege
how-
so unique.
That's part of the challenge is that you figure out what you're up against and then you're like, "Uh-oh, I brought the wrong thing." Or you're like, "Oh, perfect. I brought the greatest thing."
Right.
Like
Right.
I don't want that to be a thing.
Not at all. Not at all. And so
Did you
apparently-
go over what the change was with recruit, by the way?
No, we didn't, because I thought you were gonna have this in your whole patch notes of you didn't take any notes on. I couldn't read. it.
Listen. I don't think I do actually. I don't have any of the changes with recruit.
Well, I do know recruit generally recruits. You can only choose like three different primaries, 2 different sidearms, but you can equip a frag and a claymore at the same time for attacking.
Oh yeah,
I
because
remember
they have
reading
no device or gadget.
Right.
So it makes sense that they can take two thingies. What are they
Right,
called?
and
Like
what-
attach.
Which
What are they called? What
The
What
what?
are those called?
I
Like
don't know.
grenades
I don't
and
know.
tactical equipment. We're gonna call it tactical equipment now.
We don't know.
We yes.
It's not like I have 450 hours in the game.
Yeah.
I've not wasted that much of my life.
Yeah, I've only wasted like a little bit of my life on it, oops.
Oh
But
well. But yeah, instead of having the flexibility that was included with being able to practically have any operator loadout present in the game, there's only 3 different primaries, 2 different secondaries, and a handful of different gadgets you can choose.
I'm very sad.
which is
That
kind
makes me cry.
yeah, it's sad. There goes recruit. Bye recruit.
The only thing I hope that stays is his GSG9.
I think
I hope it stays. I really hope.
I don't remember if they took
Does
that
it
out.
stay?
I don't know.
Oh, now I don't want to Google it. I don't want it to be
We're
true.
you can
Here,
look
how's
that
about
up.
this? I'm going to talk about the operators. You look up the recruit thing. How about that? That sound good? No response out of Cord. All right, that sounds good. All right, so we're going to be talking about a bunch of changes to the operators now. There's a bit. There's a bit. So first of all, Legion. Oh no, he's getting the nerf. I don't like that. Goo mines are visible to Legion only when in direct line of sight and within an 8-meter distance. There is going to be the removal of the initial goo mine damage tick. Goo mine damage increases to 6 damage per
tick instead of 4, which I mean, I like, but I also don't like, because the initial sting of the goo is what does most of the damage, and I don't know. Down but not out players are now immune to goo mines, and I really don't like that because of what you could do with frost traps and goo mines, which might still work if you goo them before they go down due to the frost trap, but I don't know, man. I'm salty that they're nerfing Legion, so I'm kind of biased. The next operator that will be changed a little bit is Twitch. Twitch's drone will now use a charge system similar to like Yokai drones or Oryx or Wamai and Legion. Drones will now start off with the maximum ammo count of 3 shots, and it takes 30 seconds to recharge a new shot. The drone starts around... it starts around with 3 shots. I already said that. I'm sorry. The max capacity for carrying these is 3, so you can't go like wait 30 seconds and have 4. The shot cooldown has been reduced to 1 second from 2 seconds, so that's interesting. The taser damage has also been reduced, though, from down from 10. I don't remember what it goes down to. Wait, hold on. Drone it just says that it went down. I don't have an exact value. Is it only 1? Wolfpack in chat says 1, that's a lot to drop from 10 to 1 damage. Wow. Oh, reduced to 1 HP. Oh, it meant like actually reduced to 1 HP. Jeez, man. That's a hard nerf. That's bad. But Evil Eyes and Jaeger's ADS gadgets health also reduced to 1 HP. So you can still take them out with Twitch drones, that'll be good. Because I mean, it only takes 1 shot from like most guns to take out an ADS or
from all guns
or an Evil Eye. Yeah.
Yeah, all guns are like that. Update on the
There's also increased recoil for Twitch's F2, just saying.
Yeah. Update on the recruit. I can't find any official list.
Oh no.
Can't. But I did find a petition to sign. If you want to sign to protect recruit the way he was, there's 26 people that have signed it, so
that's not going anywhere. We all know how Change.org works now.
But
that's
like,
fun.
you can sign the petition still.
Listen.
Sign it for the memes.
Stupid. All right,
sign
whatever. Warden, I think he got buffed actually. Warden, his cooldown has been removed on his gadget, which is a strange choice indeed. Warden now controls his gadget using now controls gadget usage time, and he can deactivate it manually. So kind of like Nox thing, where she can like turn it on and off, whether it's charged or not. And its maximum activation time will be 10 seconds. His ability recharges at the same speed that it depletes. So when fully depleted, it takes 10 seconds for it to be completely recharged. Huh. For those of you who can't do normal arithmetic, you know. Dokkaebi will now have frag grenades. Maverick will now have frag grenades instead. Or no, wait. Dokkaebi has stun grenades instead of frag grenades. Yes. That's what it was.
Dokkaebi is losing her frag grenades. And
Maverick is gaining frag grenades. That'll be fun. I can't wait for that.
Ooh.
Nock is getting frag grenades instead of a claymore. I like that. That's it. Fun. It adds to her scariness.
Yes.
Ying is getting frag grenades instead of a claymore. So overall, that's 2 claymores gone.
There's a lot of. In other words, there's a lot of character updates.
Yeah.
And if you want more details,
and the compensator has been removed from DMRs all around, which is a little crazy.
Yes.
There's also the client-side debris. So like whenever you break a barricade, it's going to be less intense. It's just going to be like shards rather than like these huge pieces that obstruct your vision. Because oh my gosh, the amount of times that you go to like break a piece of barricade and it's not big enough for you to see through, or it doesn't fall right. Oh, it's so infuriating.
I know.
And it's all client side, so they can probably see you on the other side, which so not fun. I think you already touched on this, but the attacker drone spawn, you can now pick where your drone spawns.
No. Not necessarily where you pick where your drone spawns, but your drone will spawn according to where you chose to spawn as an operator.
Yeah, it spawns near whatever spawn you picked.
Yep.
That's kind of what I meant. Sorry.
Which will be immensely helpful.
That's a
especially for
welcome
noobs.
change.
Especially for noobs, because I remember having such a hard time of when I
Yes.
was droning of like, okay, I really don't know where I am on this map. I'm gonna try and figure out with my limited map knowledge, but to go, we're like, okay, I know my drone is like 15 feet of where I'm ahead of where I'm gonna spawn, so I can go, okay, here's this little hallway, that little hallway. Oh, look, there's that guy over there, right there. You know, blah 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 blah. It'll be so much helpful, even for experienced players.
Yeah, I feel like that is a very welcome change. I am so down for that. There's also been a operator price decrease, which is normal. Jackal and Mira are now 10,000 renown. Lion and Finka are 15,000. Mozzie and Gridlock 20,000. And R6 credits, I forgot. 240 R6 credits for Jackal and Mira, 350 Lion and Finka, and 480 for Mozzie and Gridlock. So considerable decreases, which I'm happy about.
All right. Well,
I think that's it. Is that it?
It for tonight. Clocked in a longer podcast. Our podcasts normally aren't this long, but
Actually, wait. I think I actually have more sources. Oh yeah, I do. I do have more sources. Guys, listen up. This is a very serious announcement. Okay, so I found this, and it's just a small thing, but I found it funny, so I'm gonna share it with y'all. There is a Fortnite Never Gonna Give You Up emote in the game now. Like from Rick Astley's Never Gonna Give You Up. They made it an emote. Oh my gosh.
Rolled in 2020.
Like, I know that nobody who's watching this podcast really cares about Fortnite, or maybe they do. I don't know. But this was too legendary for me not to mention, because I think that it is hilarious. I mean, like, Rick Astley himself tweeted this out, and that's just insane. I never would have imagined that I would see the day. Fun stuff. And then the other thing was that there's going to be a NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 Ti Cyberpunk 2077 edition, which is an interesting choice. There's only going to be, I think, 77 of them. I don't remember. Yeah, 77 of them total, because, 2077. So these are rare cards. I mean, they look beautiful. Yes. They're like really cool, like yellow and black. Oh my gosh, they look sleek, man. If I had the money, oh, you already know. You already know.
Them out, I think.
What?
They're giving them out.
They're giving them out?
Yes.
Oh, I might have to enter a giveaway or two.
You better tag me. Better tag you?
All right, I'll do it. I got you.
Better.
And now I think we're at the end of all of our stuff.
All right.
Unless you have anything else you want to pull out from under your armpits.
Absolutely done, because I don't pull out things under my armpits. I put everything on the source page.
Well, I found it more fun, so meh. Can we just grunt at each other for the next 10 minutes?
No. All right. Well, it has been a blast, everybody.
Well, hold on.
Oh my goodness.
Look, I know you're trying to do an outro, but we kind of said that we were going to do a 2-hour podcast.
No, I said at least an hour and a half. It has been way over an hour and a half. Way over.
But we're so close to 2 hours. Can we do it anyway?
We done.
Oh, we're done?
We don't have anything else to say.
That makes me sad.
We said we would talk if we didn't hit the hour and a half, which I told you we definitely
you're right. You're right. I thought it was the 2 hour.
Can you trust me for once? Follow my lead.
I was hoping.
Goodness gracious.
It has been it has been heavily established that I do not follow your lead whenever we do this show.
Goodness.
It infuriates you to no end, and it creates entertainment value, okay? It's funny.
All right, as I've said for the 5th time, let's try this. Take 5. Thank you for tuning in to the podcast. If you missed the beginning of this episode, we'll be releasing it on YouTube within the next 24 hours.
And not SoundCloud, actually, because SoundCloud, I ran out of like free uploads because I didn't know that was a thing, but you can only upload a certain amount of stuff for free.
So we'll be editing that
on SoundCloud
pretty soon to know.
No, you have to pay in order to upload.
We'll be editing that, so we won't have a SoundCloud link anymore.
Yeah,
so we'll just be on YouTube.
Sorry.
We'll streamline things to just YouTube.
And also we can't get it on Spotify either because we don't have our own website for this because we're not making money off of this. We're doing this completely free. If we do start like making income off of this, then I don't know. Maybe you can see those improvements in the future, but not now. Unfortunately.
Anyways,
they can't. We're not. even affiliate.
We're not affiliate yet?
Guys,
Never mind.
hey, you know what? No, listen. We're going to do this tonight. Guys, I want you to share the podcast with at least one person tonight.
There's only 2 people watching right now. At the
I
moment.
don't
But you know
care.
what?
I do not care.
If
Let
you're
me get this
if you're
out.
listening to this, if you're listening to this at any point, whoever Mr. YouTube watcher, Mrs. YouTube watcher, please share this podcast. We would like to get
Share
a
this
little bit
podcast
bigger.
to at least one person and get them to go to the Twitch page because we need to hit 50 followers in order to hit the affiliate for Twitch, and that'll let you be able to donate bits. It'll allow you to subscribe, and I think you can already donate now, but we don't have a Patreon link, or not a Patreon. What's the word? I don't even remember what it was. Excuse me. We don't even have a link that you can donate to us right now, but that'll be coming soon if you want to. But also, just share this podcast because we really want this to go big. We're pretty passionate about it, and we want it to go places.
You
And it'll be
do.
awesome.
Yes.
Like we're putting in our effort, all right? And we want you guys to be able to give back to us because
That sounds a little selfish.
that
We
does
want-
sound a little
we-
selfish. I'm
be
sorry.
Quiet, be quiet.
It's
we
late.
We would love to continue this and to be able to do this podcast for a long time and give you guys the content that you guys are enjoying at this
Yes.
moment, and we need your help with that.
Yes.
So,
that. Oh my gosh, you worded that so much better than I did. I'm
like
so
I said,
stupid.
follow my lead. Anyways,
Oh my.
6th take. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching this fully to the end. If you missed part of our podcast, it'll be on YouTube, hopefully by sometime tomorrow.
Yep.
And our YouTube links below. Have a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Bye bye.